How's it going, everyone? My name is Phil with PrecisionLED.com, and today we have a 2011 Honda Accord we'll be installing LED interior lights on. Now, this installation is compatible with year models 2008 to 2012. That would be the 8th generation, and is compatible with the SE, the LX, and all the different variations of the Accord. Now, today we're going to be using our PrecisionLED 5050 style, or 5730 style premium LED conversion kit. And all of our kits come with 3 interior trim tools we'll be using to assist with the installation. We have a crowbar shaped tool, a serrated knife tool with the flat end, as well as a pointed wedge. And you'll see us use these tools throughout the installation to prevent any markings or damage to the vehicle during the process. Now, today we're going to be installing on our front map lights, one on the driver's side, one on the passenger side. We have some courtesy door lights on each side in the front, a single dome light in the rear, the trunk light, as well as the license plate light. Let's go ahead and get started. We're looking now at the front overhead console on the Honda. As you can see, we've already got one side replaced, a really nice bright white light. We're going to show you how to do it on the passenger side. We can use the crowbar shaped tool here, come in from the center, and pull these ones out. And as you can see, well, this one's already broken from a previous owner, but a tab here and here is what holds this in place, and this is the actual portion where it's rocking back and forth. These are festoon type bulbs, so we can just remove from one side here and pull those out. There you go. And replacing it with one of our premium 5730 style LEDs. Now, these are direct replacements. They fit right in. You want to face the LED board down and slightly over towards the passenger side. Test to make sure it works. And all we got to do is put that lens cover back in place. You want to put the rocker side in first. That one's the easier side to deal with. And then you're putting light pressure until that one snaps in place. That's it. For the vanity mirror lights, we have 2 festoon bulbs here. Now, we're going to use a combination of 2 tools. We're going to use the flat end of our serrated knife tool, coming from the side here, just create some pressure. And then we're actually going to use the pointed wedge down here at the bottom to release the clip that's holding it in place. If you take a look at how this works, it's really just this clip that's holding the assembly in. Now that you have access, we're just gonna pop the festoon bulb out, and since it's hot, I'm just gonna let this sit while I get the other one out. Same process. Put this one on the side. This one comes in from the bottom. There we go. Same clip. Okay. We have some of these smaller 29mm by 5mm diameter bulbs, and these ones are actually 50-50 style, and so they are polarity specific, which means that if it's not working, you have to turn it around and match the polarity. There you go. The other side, this one's correct, and we're just going to reassemble. Start at the top first, and then you're pushing this one in. Second one, start from the top, and there you go. We're looking now at the rear dome light. We're going to use the flat end of our serrated knife tool. We're going to come in from the back here, get in between the lens cover and the housing. Just going to slide through, and that should release the plate. Going to use the pointed wedge tool to help me get out the festoon bulb that's in there right now. There we go. And we're replacing it with one of our premium 5730s. Make sure the board's pointed in the direction you want. I'm just going to test it to make sure it works. And put that cover back in place. Now, the cover has to go on backside first here where it's closest to the switch, and then you push in with pressure right here and right here. That's it. We're looking at one of the two courtesy door lights here, and this is the front driver side. We're going to use the front end of our serrated knife tool, coming from the top. And we're going to create some separation. And that one's just going to pop out. It's just a single lens. Now the bulb's going to be a little bit hot, so I do have a rag that I'm going to get this into, but you can use the pointed wedge tool coming from the side and help to pop it out. Once you have the bulb out, we're going to put our premium LED in. You just want to make sure that the leads here on the sides are slightly outward, and that way you get the best contact. Now that you have that one in, the lens cover, if you take a look, has a distinct top and bottom. The ones on the bottom, the tabs are pointing straight down. That one goes on the bottom here. And these ones are a little bit of pressure. They push in from the sides. And that's it. We're looking now at the trunk assembly, and you're going to use the pointed section of your serrated knife tool. You're going to come in from this side here. This would be if you're looking at the trunk on your right hand side, and you're going to press inward and pull down, and that releases the assembly right here. Now all we need to do, and I'm just going to unplug this so you can see a little bit more clear. You can use the pointed wedge tool to help you remove the bulb and replace it with the LED. We're going to test just to make sure it works. And when you have it back in, the connector side goes in first, you just push it in. What we're looking at now is the interior of our trunk lid, and this connector in particular is for the driver's side license plate light. We've already done the installation on the passenger side, so I'm not going to show you. It's actually the exact same process. But you're going to take your thumb and your pointer finger, and you're pushing together the two sides here to release this clip from the housing. There we go. And if you can see here, that is your bulb. Now I'm going to remove it. And replace it with one of our LEDs. Now the premium 5730 style don't fit well in this housing, so we're going to be using one of our standards. And that means that you have to make sure that they work before you put them back into the housing. So we're going to go ahead and test the lights right now, and that one does work. However, if it did not work, you would have pulled it out and turned it around to reverse polarity. The premiums don't typically have that issue because they have circuitry designed to work in either orientation and either polarity. Now putting this one back in is a little bit tricky. You need to kind of rest this portion here first on the housing, and then you're going to press in with these to push it in. Once you hear those two snap sounds, you know that it's back into place. And that should be it. And that's the end of the installation. If you have any questions or concerns, please email us at help@precisionled.com, or you can reach us online and submit a support ticket at www.precisionled.com/contact. Please like or subscribe if you enjoyed the video or enjoyed the process for what we do. It really does help us out when we make the next one, knowing that there's people out there watching the videos. Have a good one.